Hey, so this is going to be the unboxing of a Canon EOS M50. It is a mirrorless camera that is commonly used for vlogging. So my decision came down to a bunch of different cameras. The lowest end camera that I was looking at was actually a GoPro Hero 7, but I decided against it because it didn't have a rear-facing monitor, which was very important to me. So you can like hold it up and you can actually frame the picture. The other thing was it didn't really have like a zoom capability that was easy to access or anything like that. Obviously you can change the settings on it, but that was sort of like out. That was the lowest camera that I looked at. Then the next one I looked at was a Canon G7 Mark II, not the Mark III. And the Mark II is okay. I saw comparisons of it to what I'm currently filming on, which is my phone, actually my Galaxy S9. Note 9. And actually, believe it or not, the Note 9 actually, to me, looked better than some of the footage shot at that point and shoot. It's a very good camera, but it is limiting in that, you can't really change the lens. You're kind of stuck with what you get. It's very, very small, very, very compact. That's like awesome. There's no external mic for it either. It just felt like it wasn't where I wanted to be. I wanted to actually have something closer to an SLR feel, which that kind of led me to the M50. The M50 is like the $500 price point, probably like the lowest in camera that you can get in this field for vlogging, and $500-600 depending on which lens option that you get. Personally, I plan on shooting mostly with a 22mm. I don't plan on just like holding it right on me all the time. If I do need to hold it on me, obviously I can use a lens which is 15mm, and at some point maybe invest in an even wider angle lens than that. But the 22 is really what I plan on using mostly. I know that okay, it's not like super wide angle, but it's also a prime lens, so it's very, very thin, and it'll fit right in my pocket, which is awesome. It's actually smaller than my sunglasses case, which is amazing. So that was why I kind of chose this particular camera. I mean, it's small, compact. Yeah, the 4K isn't great, but I don't plan on shooting in 4K. 4K is like cumbersome. Like, I remember when I bought my first GoPro, I went through and I set everything to max, and I thought, oh, this is awesome, I'm shooting everything at like max settings. And then I went through and tried to actually use the video rendering software to manipulate it, and it took like forever to do video processing. And that was when I decided, okay, really you want the minimum camera setting to actually have it look good, and you don't want to like really max out like all the different settings. So the 1080p is really where I want to be. That's kind of like where a lot of people are. It looks good on YouTube, and this camera excels at that. So I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. The other camera I looked at was a Sony 6400, the A6400, and that one, the price point was higher. It was much higher than this one. I think it was like $1,200, right out of the box. And then to get the lens that I wanted, it was like $900 more. And then the actual camera itself it ended up being much chunkier and bigger with the lens on there than what I could get out of this. And the pancake lens on which is like the real small, like 22mm-ish, I don't remember what the millimeter is exactly, for the Sony it's not as good as a Canon lens. Like, if you just compare those two pancake lenses side by side, and that's Grace that you can hear in the background. So let's just open this up, see what's inside. I have not opened this up before, so I don't really know what to expect. There is paperwork here, registration, proof of registration, kind of stuff. Thick user's manual, and looks like half of it is in, the left side it's all English. I was kind of expecting to see Spanish, because the front of it, there are sections in Spanish. So it's Spanish and English. Maybe the front half of the book is in English and the back half of the book is in Spanish. That's what it looks like. It looks like it's in 3 languages. Maybe it's in Italian also. French, Spanish, and English. Very large paper user manual. I'm sure that people are going to use a PDF one. Here's another registration. And then some packing. So this would be the lanyard that you'd put around the camera to hold around your neck so you don't drop the camera. This is actual camera body. But it's very, very small. So, yeah. It's in my hand. Should fit in my pocket with the right lens. It will not fit in my pocket, obviously, with a humongous lens. So this is the camera right here. Once again, it's between my hands, obviously, without anything in it. Left and right. The viewfinder is obviously not something that I probably will use much. And the reason why everybody gets these is for this, so you can obviously shoot yourself if you want. The other thing that's nice is if you hold this like down like this or whatever for some reason, if you want to you can pan it up, or if you have it above you, you can easily pan it down so you can actually see, what you're filming. There'll be more detail on the camera itself. Right now, mainly I just want to unbox this so I can switch from shooting on my phone to something a little more reasonable. So this, we'll find out what this is. It looks like a battery charger. It looks like I'm right on this. This would be a very large, like I said, come bigger, single battery charger. In my understanding, these batteries, when you get them from the factory, they're only partially charged, and they do that on purpose to make it so the batteries actually ship properly and they don't deteriorate. So the very first thing that you do is you charge your battery, even though you have an exciting new camera that you want to use, and that's everything in the box, like this stuff here. So let's So obviously this is going to be the battery. The other thing is this camera does not come with an SD card. I always buy an extra battery, always buy an extra SD card. It goes on the bottom, obviously. This would be just the junk. What is left in the box? And this would be the kit lens. So this is the kit lens right here, and obviously there. Even with the kit lens, it's not terribly big, but I mean it's not pocket sized. But with the 22mm, it'll be more about like that, and that is definitely pocket sized. So let's maybe cut it here, and then I'll put it all together, get it charged up. We'll do some footage with this kit lens and with the actual camera, and then we'll go from there.
So this is some footage from the first day of using the new camera. There's Grace again, and you can kind of see some of the quality using the kit lens. So I found these kayakers on the Potomac River, and I thought I should try to zoom in on them and see how it looks with a kit lens, just from a far distance, just sort of zooming out. See, the zoom's pretty good. And this is some action footage to show you, what it looks like trying to chase a dog. So anyway, I'm just trying to get the channel started and get all the equipment and everything to start vlogging. And this is the camera I picked. And if you want to follow along and give me any tips or whatever in the comments or questions or anything, thumbs up. Please subscribe. Be awesome. This will get better. Thanks. So basically, as we do things, I'm going to just kind of do some vlogging and hopefully, find some interesting spots, green spaces, and different places, and get it recorded and start recording my thoughts and stuff. And that's what we're going to do. So this is Algonquin Regional Park next to the Potomac, and there'll be full videos of the different walking trails here and stuff that you'll see. And I'll switch from using the phone to the new camera. So anyway, thanks.